What's happening, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to Atlanta. All right. I wish I could play the track in the background while I'm saying that. Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play and they ride on them things like every day. You know. Just put it in your head while you look at it. That's all. Just put it in your head. Put it in your head while you look at it. You know what it is. You know what it is. What it is. What it ain't. What it gonna be like? Huh? What's up, everybody? Yeah, this is The Voice, and you will see me soon. Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. What they doing to the Capitol Dome? See, you don't get no more Atlanta than that. Before we talking about Atlanta, this Atlanta, that Atlanta, that. You don't get no more Atlanta than this right now, this very second. Look over there, look over there, look at that, look at that, look at that. See that gold dome getting polished up? They working on it, they cleaning it up. But you can't see it no more because I'm going on the bridge. But yeah, just like that, just like that. Talking about real Atlanta. Graded curve Atlanta. What you know about that? Huh? What you know about that? What you know about that? What you know about graded curve Atlanta? Huh? Huh? I don't know nothing about no Atlanta. Talking about the A-Town. Talking about the A-Town. Talking about the A-Town. What's really real? I just assume they're working on polishing up the gold. I don't really know what they're doing. It look like they're adding something to it now. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. Getting it right. Getting it right. Getting it tight. But yeah, y'all. And everybody, man, a lot going on. It would be like this, right? I hit up one of my boys early this morning and told him, I was like, yo, I'm taking this journey. I got to do some content today. Do you want to roll? He didn't get back immediately, so I figured at the end of that last thing, I saw I had a few people watching before I had to dip out, dip back in, dip out, dip back in. That's how my lives be. I'm sorry. It get like that over here. But my buddy who said he wanted to go, can't make it. And it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And it was kind of, and I admit it, I told her, I said, hey man, it's last minute anyway. I didn't expect nothing when it's this late. You know, I mean, I don't hit people last minute. I had mentioned that I was going to do something like this before, but still, you know, this is one of those friends, this is that friend you can't, I hit two of my friends up there were kind of like that, and both of them were busy, so it is what it is. But, and this was the last resort, because I was really, let me tell you, for where I'm going, and y'all gonna see, I'm gonna give y'all the full spiel later, but you're gonna get a chance to actually see what I'm talking about for how magical this place is and what it is for fall and autumn and weather and leaves. It's all about these leaves, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, if you ain't never lived nowhere where the leaves change colors, you got to experience that once in your life. I grew up with it, so I'm, but it's never less magical even when you're from it. Being from Atlanta, as I'm riding right now, it's like all the trees and everything. You see all these different colors, but it's even more impactful when you see it in a real nature reserve area where it's not buildings and stuff. It's not planted trees. It's trees that's been there forever, and their new offspring. You know what I'm saying? It's magical. So anyway, we here. We back out here, and I'm riding. I got a long ride, so I figured let me chat with my people while I'm riding. But what I was gonna do, what had happened was what I had wanted to happen was, oh my gosh, if y'all don't make this turn like, ever since I first went to this place, I wanted to return and see the leaves and everything, because I had been hearing about it all my life, technically. I mean, I'd been there when I was a little kid, but I don't remember that, you know what I'm saying? So in my grown years, I wanted to return and see this for myself. And I got word of an opportunity to go up that way, and that's what got me close to it. And I said, man, let me not be up this close and not go to this thing. Let me not be up this close to it and not go check it out. And that's my advice for anybody, some life advice, some real advice. Like, don't let the chance of opportunities pass you by. Like when stuff is right in front of you, life put that in front of you for a reason. You know, don't make excuses and get in your own way. Go on and do that thing, man. Do whatever it is, ladies and gentlemen, you want to do. Go on and get it, because it ain't gonna, hey, stuff be chance. And you mess around and miss the chance, you ain't no telling when gonna be the next chance, you know? And then you also have to just make time for what you love. Like, I love hiking, I love fishing, I love the outdoors. I'm going. I'm not asking nobody's permission. I'm not begging nobody to accompany me when I try to get a friend to go. I'm a single man. I love the ladies. I invited a couple of ladies on this trip. They all flaky as all hell. So I'm next. Say that with your chest. Next. You know what I'm saying? Next. It's like whatever. Because what I know about this thing, right? Watch me go up here today and meet somebody new. That's how it go. That's how it go. That's how it go. You're supposed to bring no sand to this beach. Now, I do believe there are times when, yeah, you might need to bring sand to the beach. I know people love to the beach. I understand the phrase and I agree with it when it fits, but what I don't learn it, you know, if you're new to the channel and you don't know, hey, it's chess, not checkers. I play chess for real. Chess pieces don't move like, you know, well, some of pieces. It's more complex for different pieces. So if all the pawns are headed one way, that's just them. But the knights can hop over obstacles and go all kind of directions in an L formation. You know, the rook's doing their thing in the cross form. The bishop doing his thing in the X. The queen put it both together, got your bishop and your rook energy in one piece. You know, so it's like everybody's doing their thing. Everybody's doing their thing, but there's a lot of possibilities is my point. You can't let nobody sucker you into thinking, yeah, you know, you ain't got this option. You ain't really got no option, so you better, you know, just wait till I'm ready or wait till, no, ain't nobody waiting on your ass. Ain't nobody waiting on your ass. You know what I'm saying? And that go for everything. Jobs, ladies in your life, you know, as much as I'm relaying this with full confidence from experience, I also know that for myself, it's a constant reminder. It's, you know, when people give you these affirmations, everybody, like, that's the difference in what I want to hope to continue to do as I grow as a YouTuber and everything else I do on social media. I don't like to, I say things with confidence. Some things that I don't bend on at all. It's like, I know I'm not gonna do nothing but what I said. But then some things, you know, you're still working on. And I like to acknowledge that sometimes, because I know when people hear you say something that's so prophetic and they not there yet, they like, man, but that seems so hard to do. No, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's not only hard to do, I'm still working on it. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But I know that's still the best way. I know the best way to be about it is to always know, yo, you got options in life, period. Don't ever get to thinking in a world this big, a earth this big, a planet this big, this globe this big. No, we're not flat earthers over here. So if you on that, go on and get mad and stomp off and go somewhere else with your little flat ball. Because I guess all you can play is frisbee because you don't believe in balls. You ain't even got no balls if you're a dude. If you're a woman, you don't have no balls right here because you're a flat earther. Most ridiculous nonsense in the history of humanity. The only people I know who have ever met who talk that so much be them hardcore. I mean hardcore. I got friends who smoke weed, but I'm talking about hardcore. I'm talking about they just in it. Them be the ones, I say, they get so damn high, they start losing their mind, start coming up with theories. And I think collectively they all came up with that theory and they pressed it on everybody else. Because they're the only ones I know who say that mess. Nobody I know who doesn't smoke weed be talking about some damn flat earth stuff. But all the super weed heads I know, they the ones talking about some the earth is flat BS. I said, okay, wow. Yeah. Woo. I need to stop smoking that stuff. Oh my gosh. But yo, Back to my bigger point. You really gotta understand, y'all. It's never over. It's just never over. So like when I was planning this trip, I said, I had this dream, you know, and it started in República Dominicana. Shout out to mi gente, Dominican Republic, man. When I was there, to this day, like every day almost now, I wake up and at some point in the day, I think back to this one particular beach I was on and the place I was at on that beach. And I always promised myself after I experienced that, I said, I have to come back here with a lady of my dreams and enjoy this. I have to. There's no maybe if and buts about it. This is bucket list to the max. Like, I gotta do it. I gotta bring a lady back to this because this is not to be experienced by yourself. That's how I felt when I was there, right? And it was just like the epitome of romantic environment. Like, yo, man, how could anybody be in this and not be feeling some kind of way romantically and just have a beautiful moment, like, you know, and I went like when the sun was going down too, the sunset, like it was right before the sun started going down, and then it went down while I was still there, and I'm looking at the clouds and the sun, it just breathless, y'all, like insane, absolutely insane, just beautiful, beyond you can't put it, the stuff that folk be, I can't put it in words, it's just, yeah, you need them kind of moments in your life. That's the stuff give you something to live for, to really go for it for. Like that's when you realize what really means something. At least I do. I don't know. Some people just, oh yeah, I saw that, it wasn't no big deal, and they go back in, pull out their phone, and start looking at social media again. Like, what the, huh? Like, you got the option of being on the beach looking at that, but you'd rather be in a house? Yeah, I'm not so much of an outdoorsy. Or we definitely ain't. Nothing about you need to talk to me. People like that, just stay away. Something mentally wrong. Like, I don't, you know, people who be like, yeah, the beach. They'll be like, yeah, what's up, my people? Cheers to you. You my kind of people. You know, mountains too. You know, people be comparing. I don't really do that whole beach or the mountains thing. I mean, the beach gonna win, but it's not even about comparing. It's like, I like mountains too. I've had similar feelings on a mountain. It's just, I just prefer a beach if I had an option. You know, I'm gonna definitely always go to the beach. So I was out there, y'all, and that thing just did something. It made me think, you know, it made me not just think about that moment, but made me realize that in general, when it comes to unique outdoor experiences, this stuff, yo, you know, in the history of humanity, people talk about how beautiful certain places are and how they make you feel some kind of way. And if you got somebody special in your life, you're guaranteed that it's going to be a romantic moment because it's going to move them chemicals. It's going to naturally do that thing, right? So I made a decision right then and there at the age I am. You know, I'm in my late 40s, happily looking great for my age and knowing it. Thank you so much, ladies, for all the compliments that verify. I got my receipts, you know what I'm saying? But my point is that, like, when you get to this age and you start realizing, man, look, folk out here stressing, they stressing you about money and all this and what you got to get. And I went on a, as usual, low budget. I don't want to do that again. I still turned a low budget trip into a magnificent high roller trip because of circumstances. Because I know how to work within the code that I'm always preaching here. Respect, power, then money. Not money, power, respect. That's out of order, Lil' Kim. The correct order, and it was only said by one rapper to this date, and I always mention him because he's the only one who said it since, I said it to myself after Lil' Kim came out with the song with the locks. But I said, no, it's money, power, respect. How you gonna put money before everything? That's the problem with people, man. It's a mental disease, this whole money. Yeah, okay, well, I know one thing, respect don't pay the bills. People get stupid when they say stuff like that. That tells me they have no respect, because they don't understand what respect is. They don't even respect. Well, I know one thing, this, that, the other ain't gonna pay my bill. Yeah. But the problem is, your mentality is that life is about bills. Like, you're living to pay bills. I don't live to pay bills. I just happen to have bills because of the life I've been born into and the reality of where I'm at. I face that. I'm not going to run from the reality and end up, homeless. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get straight and stay on point. But I'm not about to live my life to pay no freaking bill. That ain't what it is. That is not the purpose of living. It's not. Under no circumstances is that the purpose. So I just strive to share with folks how good it can be when you live this other reality of respect, power, money. And you will see that not only will true power come to you and the best types of money come to you, but as long as you got respect, that pattern will repeat itself. It is a harder path, though. I won't lie to nobody. It's much harder than playing the game that most people play of, okay, what I got to do to get money? Okay, I got to be fake. I got to be trifling. I got to lie. I got to cheat. I got to steal. I got to do all this stuff. And then I'll get it all. And then I can just, and I can pretend to be religious and say only God can judge me after I done killed everybody, shot everybody, stole from everybody. But hey, only God can press me. Y'all get, all that old mess that folks say, right? Man, if y'all don't get out my face with that nonsense, that even though you see people seem like they winning, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. And if it don't happen in their lifetime, it happens to their offspring. Their kids got to suffer the wrath of what they did and all that old nonsense. You know what I'm saying? People say, oh yeah, but they winning. No, not really. Just pay it. Stay alive, use yourself, stay healthy, live by respect, power, and money, and watch. If you gotta just see the scoreboard, because I could care less, just let them fail, because they gonna fail. It's gonna happen. They're not gonna win in the end. The universe don't tolerate that stuff. It don't. For the religious folks, like they say, God don't like ugly. Hey, the universe hates ugly. It only tolerates it long enough. It lets y'all cluster. It lets a whole bunch of people who think like that get together, create societies, create mind states. And that's why it seems like it's a successful pattern, because, the masses are doing it. And, once you create a system based off a lie and all this falsity, yes, it will seem like this is the way. But like the Mandalorians say in Star Wars, is that the way? No, that's not the way. But this is the way. Respect, power, money. People love just to quote stuff that don't even, even with that, people be talking about Mandalorians. I say for real, I'm going to say it with my chest. I'm a Mandalorian in real life. Some folk want to claim it because it's cool. Oh man, you got the cool armor. I want to look like Boba Fett. I want to know martial arts. I want to be cool and slick and able to move around any kind of situation like that. No. But are you willing to go through what Boba Fett went through? Oh, wait a minute, what you mean? You mean I got to be out in the desert and get dirty? Yeah. When it goes down, you really got to be ready to shoot? Yeah. It's like, oh, never mind now. I was just playing. I just want to say it because it sounds cool. Right. And I'm metaphorical with this, right? I'm metaphorical with this. When I say it's time to shoot, we ain't talking real violence. I mean, if need be to protect oneself, it is. But I'm talking about survival in general. I'm talking about ready to shoot in the game of life, ready to take out the obstacles, ready to go through the pain of what it takes to get to things you want in this life, ready to go live every day to talk to people. And I keep seeing 2 pop up. I got 3 thumbs up. I done probably had 12 people in here. And I don't care about the bots. I don't care about the fake ones. I don't care about nothing. All I care about is one person said hi, what's up? Because that one real person who showed respect, okay, knows somebody else who is about respect. They're gonna say, man, you need to follow this channel. ONYXCON, man, that dude Joseph is the truth. And when somebody else come on, they're gonna put somebody else on. And then somebody else gonna put somebody else on. And somebody else gonna put, but all I'm gonna end up with is the best. Quality over quantity. And you only get quality if they're people who understand respect. Other than that, I don't need them, I don't want them. I straight up tell folk when I go live, I laugh because the greatest button they created on YouTube was the block button. It's the greatest button on any social media. And the ability to tell mofos, you can't say nothing to me unless you come in with respect. That's it. And it cuts out all the nonsense, y'all. It's the way to live. It's the way to live. So, back to what I was saying about these trips and how it applies to that. It's like, when you planning out trips, I don't know how many of my friends told me before I really started traveling. They said, man, I go places by myself all the time. I was like, damn, that's scary though. Ain't that, what's that, like safety issue? I used to think all the stuff that most people think when they first hear that, you know, especially Americans that ain't been nowhere, might not have a passport, okay? I had a passport back then, but I just hadn't used it yet. And that's, every time I think about it, I can't believe I did that to myself for so long, but it is what it is. It was what it was. That was then. This is not now. I'm ready to go anytime I get enough to go. I'm ready to go. In the plane, boat, train, or car, okay? Nice luxury buses, that'll work too. Can't do the rundown bus, gotta do the, I've been exposed to too much. I done been to Mexico and rode on the IDO. If you know what the IDO is, you know what I'm saying. Once you've been on the IDO, and that's just for the regular public to get between places, and these nice cushy seats and TVs and air conditioning, man, the hell with anything less. I can't go backwards, I'm sorry. I done seen too much, I done experienced too much. Felt too good, I ain't doing it no other way, right? So, you know, these friends of mine would tell me, say, man, yeah, I went this place, I was by myself, I went this place. I said, dang, man, that ought to be, that's safe. And that was the first thing, is that safe? Be like, man, there's more guns in America and more violence in America than in any other place in the world. And you asking, was it safe? Like, you start sounding silly to yourself once you wake up. But it takes a while. It's a process. It took a while for me because I was them. I was the people like, man, I don't know about that. Wow. Ooh-wee, by yourself? Oh, man. All I can imagine is, man, me and my boys, I'm going to get all my homies together, and we're going to roll, man, and we're going to be meeting all these honeys, and we're going to have big parties every night, and the girls going to be all on us, and it's going to be fun, and I don't know what, man. We're going to rent a boat and do the yacht party, and now, all of that still sounds cool, but guess what? It ain't happened quite like that yet. Quite like. Certain parts of that did happen. But guess who was there? Just me, goddammit. Just me. And that's when you learn the reality of it all. You learn, look, man, you on your own clock, not nobody else's clock. I don't care how many people you tied to and how they feel about how here's how I'm saying this, how they want you to express your loyalty to them. Because people who ain't ready to do nothing most of the time will have you waiting around with them, and they'll never do nothing. And you'll be exhausted and worn out and be like, man, I thought we was planning this trip. I thought we was done. Oh, man, this, that, and the other came up. Oh, man, I really wanted to, but I had to. Oh, man. People make time. What do they say? People make time for what they really want to do. They didn't really want to go in the first place. It's like, it's just something to say. It sounds good. It look good in their mind, but they don't really want to be bothered with anybody else, or their ego ain't ready for it. Because if they go with you and maybe you made a little more money that year than them, they don't want to feel like you paid for more meals than they did, or they don't want to feel like they gotta, they don't want to admit they already got credit card debt and stress, and they can't afford this trip, but they fronting all the time on social media like they the big baller shot caller. It's like, yo, look. I ain't got time for nothing because I don't perpetrate. Like I say, respect, power, money. Money don't come first in my world, so mine is real easy. Somebody asks me on something, like, hey, man, I ain't got it. Oh, damn. Some people act like that's something you're supposed to stop saying when you're in high school or something because that's the last time in your life you're supposed to have financial problems. Man, this is the American situation. They say most people in America, they didn't say what age, they said most people of working age in America, and statistics, you can look it up, are not ready for a $500 emergency. Oh man, the refrigerator went out. Damn, gotta get another one. Oh man, ain't ready. Go around the corner and get some ice and pull out the coolers. If you're smart, you're ready to do that anyway, because I keep some ice on me now because they got construction going on in my area. And in the last month, my damn power went out twice. Not because I had not paid my bills, because the damn thing, freaking construction around the corner somewhere, knocking the lights out. Whole grid go out in my area. knock on wood, they hopefully got it right where it won't be happening no more, because it hadn't happened in a while. But it happened. It happened. You know. Nah, but I'm always mentally understanding that's how life really is. They ain't no betting no money, and all these people acting like they got it so good because they got a little job. Man, you ain't got no kind of job security. It's a Malcolm. A Malcolm. Okay? You don't give a damn about there ain't no such thing as job security no more. Even with the jobs you create for yourself, for all these high-rolling entrepreneurs, and I'm an entrepreneur myself, but I don't have no lies to myself about the reality of that. At the end of the day, the only thing you can bet on is who respects you and who you respect. Respect, power, money. Because if all the lights go out, who really gonna be there with you, helping you out? Or could be there if it all the way come down to y'all gotta get together and figure this thing out. That's it. That's all. Hey, I don't want to hear about your bank accounts, your credit card. All that stuff is digital. All that is hardwired to the system. And the system can go down at any time. It has shown that it will. I was in República Dominicana trying to get back at the end of my trip, July, on the night that the system crashed that shut down all flights back to or coming out of the United States. Y'all remember that? If you're American, you know what I'm talking about. Most of the world know what I'm talking about because it affected commerce everywhere. They are still dealing with the deficit of that. I looked it up last week sometime and saw that they said they are still dealing with the fallout from that one situation that lasted roughly a day. That's amazing. Imagine what a month will do. Y'all ain't ready. But back to my point. So you got to get in the mind state of, I'm going to go do what I want to do because, yeah, not because life is short, but because shit happens, man. So I'm going to make shit happen, right? For me, make sure you happy. Make sure you good. Make sure you doing what you said you wanted out of this life. Don't be waiting on them damn friends and even family. Yep, that's right, them too. Love everybody if you got real family like me. I got real family. But they still human. They still people. They still got schedules. Everybody's moody and in their own moods and zones at different times. So, hey, that's all fine. That's all good. Grown folk got to keep it moving. You better figure out your way for yourself. I'm telling you. Go do it for you. You know, you do that little checklist in your mind. You say, let me see. If not, why not? Got gas money, check. Okay, rent paid, mortgage paid, whatever your situation paid. Okay, check. Groceries in the fridge? Yeah, I'm good. Check. Got leftovers from last night even? Check. Man, like I said, I can pay the gas. Okay, check. Man, let me go on up here and do this thing. Check. That's it. That's it. That's it. And that thought in your head, like I said, when you got that romantic vision of how you want to be with somebody when you get there and everything, well, that ain't the way it went. Sometimes you bring sand to the beach. Sometimes you just go to the beach. I preach both beaches, okay? I'm not about the one phrase. Them little one phrases get you caught up too, y'all. Don't be so, there's a lot of great proverbial phrases out here that are floating around and been memed and social media'd, and people love to put up them little affirmations. And okay, great. I'm not saying nothing against the concept of affirmations. I'm saying don't get so locked into any one affirmation that, like I said, you can't play chess on the board. And remember, there's more than one piece that you got to deal with. So yeah, that one affirmation might apply to one piece and how you got to do that one piece to survive. But the rest of these pieces, that shit don't even apply to them. Do whatever else you got to do. So like I said, sometimes you bring sand to the beach. Sometimes you just go to the beach. Because when you get there, there's going to be sand. But then there's the other option. Sometimes you go there and the sand ain't right for you. The sand is for everybody else. You're like, damn, I got here and everybody was paired up. All I see is couples. Man, I can't talk to nobody out here. You know, if you got respect. So then we got to go back to respect call. Because I know some of y'all hear that. What you talking about? I'm gonna go over here and holler at this grown man's wife playing in the water with 5 kids and act like it's gonna go all well for him because he an alpha male and he got the bag. So she just supposed to be wooed by his, I got money and I'm gonna leave my husband. No, you're gonna end up getting your ass buried. Especially in a foreign country. Like, yo, we're gonna get back to some respect out here, y'all. That's what time it is. That's what time it is. This ratchet BS done become a front against humanity. We got to talk about it. We got to bring it up. There's no way around it. It exists. It's like, it's water and oil. It's hybrid at this point. It's a mix. You got hybrid mixed. You got a mix of half ratchet, half respect. Just depending on what day, how people feeling, how they want to act. Any given moment in the day. But they pretend that stuff just gonna last. It don't. It don't. You only really got one option. It always gonna get back to the respect. What's happening? Got people in the building saying, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Must be my subscribers, because only they can speak. What's really good, my monetization nation. Reason for the season. So, let's talk about another respect, right? How many of y'all saw that Tyson fight last night? Tyson and Jake Paul. I'm going to do a special video about it too, by the way. I just haven't had time to edit it. You know, if you know anything about YouTube and doing this content, it's a mini production. I'm in the film business for real, but you become a one-man movie production. Like, you pumping out stuff, editing stuff, going to get the content, filming, playing locations, catering, crafty, the whole nine, I swear you are. But I got my clips and everything, and I'm still gonna be adding a few more clips to it. But I watched it. Universe blessed, I have Netflix now, because once upon a time I didn't even have Netflix for years. I'm one of them diehards that had Netflix when it first came out. I used to get the CDs and DVDs in the mail, you feel what I'm saying? Anybody know about that life? And I gotta say that these days, because so many young folk out here, they be like, what's a DVD? You know, they don't know nothing about that life, about having to get it back. Or don't forget you still got it out. And they start tapping on the email like, you know you still got it. You're welcome to keep it if you like, but you can't get nothing else until you send that one back. They had a hell of a system. It was smart, because they was like, the hell with no late, ain't no late fees. You can keep it. You can keep paying for it too. So you would send them things back, for sure you would. But you could hold it, like literally, if you got a favorite movie, man, you watch that thing once a week for a whole month, and then, let me go and send this back. Get whatever else was in your queue, you know, because they send them to you by whatever was next in your queue, and you can switch the queue around. Yeah, different times. But anyway, Netflix done come a long way, so now they doing live sporting events, and this was their first ever. What a way to show up and show kinda out. What I mean by kinda. Boy, when I tell you I was laughing so hard when I realized how many other people had glitches with the app, because I thought it was, first I admit, I thought, man, is it my damn modem? My modem router is not the newest or whatever. It works for me just fine usually, but suddenly when I get on Netflix last night, but as soon as it happened, I knew. I said, this some BS. There's that many people on here, and they not ready for it. Ain't this some bull? Because it kept, first time it did it, I thought, did I hit a button and didn't know it? You know, you touch the remote and don't know you done hit one of the buttons, and because they had the little message. So it just paused, and I hit the button like play, and it's like, you want to start from the beginning or watch live? I'm like, watch live, of course. What the hell you even asked that for? And then it come back on for a few minutes, maybe about 5 minutes, and it went back out again. I said, oh my gosh, Netflix, what the hell? And you ain't gonna give me no discount on my money. You gonna still have your hand out every month for this money. Like, are you serious right now? And I got like one of the basic plans with a bundle, so then it still get commercials and all this other stuff, but with that it didn't get commercials, at least that part. But it didn't matter, it still was going out. It was going out. I said, man, I swear it went out on me like 4 times at least. Because I got to the point where I started doing other stuff on the phone while the other fights were on, waiting on the, Jake and Tyson joint. And every time I would look up, when I happened to notice the sound, it went out. I said, this motherfucker done went out again. So then it started talking about, you got to turn off your modem, cut it back on, unplug this, unplug. So I did all of that. And funny enough, I don't know what that does on their end to get them time enough to get their ish together where it'll work, but that made it work. And by the time I got it back on, because it went dead the last time on the ladies fight with the two ladies, and that was brutal. That was crazy too. I mean, you know, by the time I cut back on TV, this woman out here with a gash, gaping open, with blood going everywhere. I said, what the hell? Stop the fight. What is this brutality? Yo, Mortal Kombat is a game. It ain't real. Stop the fight. Like, damn. That was ugly. I was like, why the hell? And then when I found out at the end, I was proud of her coach. Like, he was pissed off, but I like how he handled it. He just told the damn truth on the mic. Like, maybe we'll get a referee that knows what he's doing and will know not to allow no headbutt. And I said, oh my gosh. So she got headbutt. And then said that the fighter had a known habit of headbutting folks. I said, okay. And then basically, based on the scorecard or whatever, the Puerto Rican lady should have won. So, okay, all right. Yeah, it's probably good that this mess went out, because I didn't need to see that and get pissed off, you know. But yeah, that was pretty foul. I didn't like coming back to see that like that, but it is what it is. I know some of y'all, that's what y'all watch boxing for. Y'all want to see somebody, y'all want to see a horror movie. Y'all want a bloodbath. It's like, look, you want that, you can watch some hardcore wrestling. These folk voluntarily are cutting each other on the slide and bleeding all over the place, and crashing through nails and thumbtacks and freaking fluorescent bulbs and all that stuff. I mean, and I watch some crazy wrestling, because psychologically, I say to myself, yo, I've met some people, I used to didn't understand that mentality, but I've met some people especially in the film business, who are stunt professionals. I'm talking about professional stunt people who are just like, I mean, a lot of them have that kind of history. They're like professional wrestlers and stuff. These are those people who, they like pain. Like, you know, a tattoo ain't enough. Like, they can tat their whole body and it's like, that ain't it. Hit me in the head with that nail. It's like, what? Like, yeah. Put a few nails in that and then smash it over my head. Yeah. I'm like, God damn, this fool crazy, is it? Like, some people get off on pain, and like, that's some weird ass stuff for me, because ain't nothing about that appealing to me and to most people. But there are those individuals, and thank goodness they, hopefully, mostly, because not all of them do, but the best of them go into something where they can entertain people with their nuttiness instead of be out here on the streets and become terrors to the world. But yeah, that's some stuff, and it's almost like a mutant power, you know. But folks be, you know, like I say, unless you, like with wrestling and stuff, you know it's theatrical, but then, you know, boxing has become slightly like that in the last few years, which, again, I don't mind the showmanship and show-hership, okay? I don't mind that. I like flamboyant shit when I'm looking at something like that. I like characters. I like Wilder, how he comes to the ring. That's why I started liking Wilder with Bomb Squad and all that yelling. And he got the mask on. I was like, man, this is cool as hell. This is like a comic book, and I'm a comic book head. So the closer you get to that reality, the more props you're going to get from me. I like it. I love it. I mean, I did a comic that dealt with that whole fighting world and all that. I got a book that I created called Brother Yams that is a professional wrestler. And actually, the book came out. It didn't do too many issues, because life got in the way. ONYXCON became a thing, and last time I did one, I did a special issue, like a preview book for ONYXCON, like a exclusive you could only get at the convention. Shout out to all those few people who got that collector's item. But yeah, very proud of all the work, but I realized how much work it was, and I said, okay, I'm just not the guy to be doing this level of comic book creation as a one-man army. It just, you know, my hat is off to all my friends who kept going in it and tried to keep going, and I never got to 10 issues, because if you look at most independent comic books, they don't make it past 10 issues. That's just the reality. They just don't. It's so hard to do that much work when you writing it, drawing it, Lord forbid you painting it, you know, even if it's digitally painted, whatever, like, oh my gosh, scripting it and all that too. And I mean, and that's what I was doing. It wasn't me and a couple of guys. No, it was just me, you know. I had people who helped me, not saying that, definitely. Definitely a team of people who helped me produce my first books. But anyway, back to my point about comic book like lore and everything. I like those characters they're creating in boxing and in UFC and MMA in general. I see that happening more and more. You know, folks got more colorful trunks and stuff, which, like, yeah, I think that's like well overdue, long overdue, and needs to be. I like that. I like all of that. I think that's cool. You know, the gloves be looking cool, and I like all of that. But what I don't like is when kayfabe has come into play. Now, if you know boxing versus professional wrestling, you know, there's still actual nothing but wrestling, no theatrics involved, like Olympic level wrestling. So if you want to be that kind of wrestler, do that. But if you want to be an entertainment wrestler, yo, that's what it is. It's entertainment first. Like crazy behind Ed McMahon, who started WWF/WWE once they had to rename it because of their lawsuit with the World Wildlife Foundation. But WWE, McMahon told Ted Turner when he created WCW back in the day. Ted Turner and him were friends, and WCW had just started, and he was doing big numbers, so he hit up McMahon and bragging and stuff. It was on a documentary about wrestling, if you've never seen this. And he said, guess what? And, you know, Ted Turner's real country from Georgia, I believe. I know he's an Atlanta legend, but I think he is originally from Georgia. And he told him, guess what? And McMahon's like, yeah, what's up, Ted? And he's like, I got me a wrestling company. I'm in the wrestling business. And he said, well, good for you, Ted. I'm in the entertainment business. Damn. It was like, checkmate, like, for real. Because he basically telling him, like, if you going into this thinking that's what it's about, have a good time, because I don't know how long you're going to last. This ain't about that. This is about entertainment. That's what it really is. And at this point, and he said entertainment business, keyword business. At this point, I think that's what wrestling, I mean, from wrestling to boxing, now boxing is like that. That's what, I mean, we've been here. It's not new. It's been growing to be this ever since, hell, all the way back to the Rocky movies. I wonder if you could do an analysis and kind of show how right after Rocky came out, that's when the real life boxing started becoming more like the movies, because they wanted to match the money. They saw the success of those movies and said, well, wait a minute. What if we give it some of that kind of... And we're back, everybody, on ONYXCON's Live with your host of this 501c3 nonprofit arts and creative lifestyle organization. I am Joseph R. Wheeler III. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and make sure you like and also tap that bell so that you can be on point with all of our updates as we provide new and exciting content today and in the future. As we are now about to talk about the biggest thing going on in the world right now on social media. Everybody's talking about the results of Tyson versus Jake Paul. So I'm not gonna keep my radio voice on the whole time. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of that, little taste of that thing right there. But yeah, y'all, you know, I got mixed feelings about this situation. I was explaining how I watched and had problems with Netflix popping on and off because their system is not ready for this much volume when people tune in. Like, it's exciting and it sounds cute when somebody says, oh man, they broke the internet. Oh man, they broke the internet. Yeah, that's all fine and good when you ain't the one on the end of what was broken. When you sitting there saying to yourself, man, I pay money for this every month and this mess ain't working. And they not gonna give me no discount for the time that was missing when it wasn't working. And they're gonna try and tell me it's something wrong with my Wi-Fi. But no, there was comedians and just everyday people on Instagram making jokes about, like, it was they were even showing their screens and it was the exact same messages I was seeing. So it was a problem with Netflix, and they want to pass it off on the consumer, as these companies tend to do, try and make you feel like, you know, you didn't do something right. Oh, something wrong with your modem. Something. No, ain't nothing wrong with no. It can't be this many damn people saying the same thing and showing the same message. Y'all ain't ready for prime time playing. You trying to act big Willie because you got all this money, but you're obviously not spending it on your broadband or your network server, whatever your fancy words. I ain't the technician. I'm not supposed to have to think about that too. I'm just a consumer, damn it. Make sure the fight is on, and when it come on, it stay on. That's it. Give us that bullshit, man. Talking about it's your system. Nah, ain't nothing wrong with my damn system. It's something wrong with your system. It's definitely something wrong with it when I'm still getting a bill every month. You need to damn take off the whole month of November, and I'm still talk about you like a dirty dog, but you be the first to finally do it right, but they ain't gonna never do that, are they? Never. Ever. They don't never give you no discount. You ain't getting cut no slack as a consumer. Inflation the balloon just keep blowing up. It just inflates. That's all they know. The balloon just gets bigger and bigger with this inflation, right? So anyway, that annoyed the hell out of me. But by the time, like I said, the situation came back on, as I was saying earlier, I was looking at the gaping wound over this woman's eyebrow and found out that she had been headbutt. And I'm like, what the hell is this horror show? Why'd they even let the fight keep going? Why don't you damn say, hey, that's it, end of the bout? You know, do your little fake numbers and give it away to the one you want to get it anyway. Because, like I said, at this point, it's like kayfabe is involved. Kayfabe, by the way, is an old phrase from the Carney traveling carnival days of what led to professional wrestling. Because the original way that professional wrestling was introduced was, you know, at least in the way we know it, was when, of course, various traditions of actual wrestling combined with entertainment, showmanship, showhership, okay, and folks went on the road with these, you know, vaudeville and all of that. And that when those shows came to town, it was always a lot of sensationalism involved. It was always people with handicaps and oddities about them. You know, come see the bearded woman, come see the tallest man in the world, tallest woman in the world, the shortest person. You know, little people, big people, awkwardly bodied people of any type. Anybody who was outside the norm, anybody who was an outcast, would get work a lot of times with these kind of outfits and travel and do these type of shows. So there was a term used for in wrestling for the acting element of it, okay, the theatrical part of it, and they call it kayfabe, and it basically meant you're not trying to break character at any time. You're trying to stay in the whatever your gimmick is. You don't break character. You stick with it. From there's sides that are like kayfabe. It's like Tyson, man. Like, are you really that dude anymore? Like, after all the and stuff you, and it just depends on who he's being interviewed by, and you know, also what he might be under the influence of. Because it's no secret that Tyson be puffing that stuff. And like I was just saying earlier, this new weed, it do some different stuff to these folk. They out here saying and doing all kind of stuff. What? So, like, if you ain't seen the interview, I forget the young lady's name. When I say young child, she ain't even a lady. She is not a woman. I'm just saying she's got a very grown demeanor, but she's a child, and she's very, very smart. And commend her for her efforts of being a journalist, because she got her stuff down. She does these interviews, and everybody lets her do her interview because they think it's so cute that a girl her age speaks so well and is so well poised and does the thing like any. You know, none of that stuff matters. You know, paraphrasing, not quoting. None of that stuff matters. He starts even cussing. I'm just like, oh gosh, come on, Mike, what the hell, man? Like, you can't hold your tongue in front of this child, like this 12-year-old, 13-year-old, however old she is, kid, and just do the damn quick ass interview, because she don't do long interviews. They be little quick things. And he's like, yeah, what's her legacy? It's all a bunch of bullshit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't ever matter. And then people talk about it. It's just a word people say. It doesn't mean anything. I was like, oh my gosh, have mercy. What the hell? What the hell? What side of the bed did he wake up on today? And how much of that stuff did he smoke? And why is he so mad? And this was before the fight, right? I believe this was in Las Vegas, you know, when he's going around town and getting caught with people doing promos and stuff, you know. Either getting caught on the spot, you know, at the right time, but it was probably planned anyway. Like, you know, you got this interview at this time, this, that, whatever. So after doing a bunch of those, plus being older and grumpy anyway, plus being possibly under the influence of whatever the hell he smoked that day, he was just talking all kind of crazy with this interview. And it didn't get as bad as I know he can get, because I've seen some way nuttier moments with Mike Tyson. But this was like it was kind of like, oh man. So, you know, you take that one, you pin it, put a pin in it, and then you see the fight itself and you're saying, the hell? So like one of the comedians, I forget this brother's name, he's funny as hell too. He's a social media sensation. I mean, I would assume he does stand-up somewhere too, but I've never seen him doing stand-up. But his stuff is always reaction videos. And he says, and the Academy Award goes to, and he must have been at the fight because he was all dressed up all fancy and it looked like he was leaving somewhere. So I would assume he was there. But anyway, he's like, the Academy Award goes to, he's like, when somebody gives you $20 million, don't beat their ass. I said, point taken. Point taken. And I looked that up to verify it, and sure enough, all major news outlets, including CBSSports.com, if you want to see this for yourself, said that Tyson supposedly got a $20 million purse from this fight, and Jake Paul walked away with 40. Yeah. So when you put it all together, you know, 40 and 20, that's 60 mil. Okay. What did DraftKings, obviously the biggest sponsor involved in this thing, because their logo was on everything. DraftKings, this, DraftKings. Well, I'll tell you, this fantasy football, fantasy sports reality is beyond huge. It's amazing. Those some billionaire companies, straight up. And they're on the low radar too, because a lot of people, I don't think, unless they into that world, you know, I don't play that, but I know friends who do. And it's a big thing. It's so of it. Anytime you can get people where they always on their phone and out their next fight or game or whatever in this fantasy league stuff, man, that is so much money. Them folk, yo. So they just made some new billions. Netflix made some new billions with their horrible Wi-Fi, broadband, whatever the hell was giving us the problems last night. For those of us who had them glitches and this was going out. So you add all that up and I say, man, yeah, I think it was a fall. I think it was a purposeful. It was a fall on purpose. I really do. I think, anyway, it wasn't no fall. That was never in the plan. And as much as folk on the side talking commentary, what's my man, Roy Jones Jr., being one of the commentators along with Rosie Perez. Shout out to Rosie Perez. She still look great for her age. Love me some Rosie. Love to just hear her voice. Rosie Perez. She's so New York. That's my girl right there. Mookie. Rosie Perez, baby. Do the right thing. That's my girl. Love Rosie. Shout out to all my Boricuas. But she was saying, you know, she's a serious boxing head, which makes sense. I knew it made sense that they would have her there, but I didn't realize she was that girl. Like, she really just like, this probably gave birth to her getting a regular job somewhere in the boxing world, if she's not already got one, and I just don't know because I don't be into it like that. Correct. Put in the comments if you know. If Rosie already got a big job as a sports commentator professional, if that's already part of her bag, her portfolio of money, let me know. I didn't know if that's already the case, but I bet you if it ain't, she about to get that job because she did a great job. Great job. And I trusted everything her and Roy Jones were saying throughout the fight, especially, you know, Roy being a real legend and being the last person Tyson had fought before this 20 some odd years ago. Like, he damn sure, and I like that they did that. I like that they brought out people who've actually been in the ring with Tyson in more serious, more high stakes fights. And yes, I call it more serious, more high stakes, because not gonna say that this was not serious. Anytime two men step in the ring and they hitting each other in the head, it don't matter if you meant it or not. You hit the right point, at the right way, at the right angle, you can knock somebody out. You can hurt them for life. You can kill somebody. It's always a danger in it, even in sparring. So if this was just, which is what most of it looked like, to be quite honest. Most of it looked like hardcore sparring to me. Because there were moments where it got hardcore. It was tap, tap. Oh, that was a real one. Smish, squish, shh, shh. When you hit them gloves, go shh, shh. You know, oh yeah, that one hit. And you see that head going, oh, no, yeah, that one hit. And then showing in slow motion and skin moving and everything going, oh, yeah, that was real. That was real. But there were only but how many moments in the fight like that? Most of it was tap, tap, back up, tap, tap, back up. And I felt like it, and I was like, But I wanted to see that never happened, that would have made it real, and I would have known that Tyson meant business, is you see all those training videos up until, it was a 6-month process of him getting ready for this. And those, man, his workout regimen and all that stuff, hardcore. But when he would be sparring with his coach team and all that, and he go in real tight on somebody and edge them up, I'm talking about them left, right, dip down and come back up into you, man. And he still got it. He was just as fast like a little torpedo. I said, man, damn, this dude 58 moving like that. You did not see that in the fight. You only, yeah. That part made it a little hard. It's like, and I will say this, like, and I will say this, and it was commentated on during the fight. Both Rosie and Roy Jones kept saying, well, Jake is smart to stay his distance because he got long arms. His arms is like at least a quarter longer than Tyson's arms. So he had reach like a mug, but it's like at the same time, he kept his distance. He wasn't trying to get all up on Mike, and they kept saying that's good because everybody knows Mike. No, if he get in close on you, it's over. He gonna body shot you and uppercut you, and then he gonna jab you to death, uppercut, side to side, wham bam, thank you ma'am, it's over. And he never got that moment. But there were moments where they were that close, and instead of striking, Tyson was taking hits. He taking body shots and jabs, and they didn't look that convincing either. They looked like sparring type hits. They were hits, but they was just like, let me get some points. It's like Jake, like pop, pop, pop. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, how many did they tell me to put in on this round? Because every round was 2 minutes. I was like, okay. Like, this thing is so orchestrated. It's so calculated. I said, I don't know about this. I just feel like, yo, they played the clock. Tyson was never going to drop. They talking about his legs. Roy Jones Jr. I don't like his legs. I don't like Tyson's legs. Yeah, he was old man wobbly at times in terms of his own balancing himself, but I never felt like anything that Jake was doing could have truly lifted Tyson off his feet. He is like a boulder, a little mini boulder. Like, this dude he rock solid, period. Even with, he got this heavy top and these legs that are much smaller, but they just solid. He just a solid dude. And if you look at the beginning, the very first round, I feel like that was the realest round of the whole thing, because Jake got out there doing all this little fancy stuff, and Tyson gave him a couple of taps, almost like to let him know, hey, we know what we both planned this thing to be, but if you hit me hard enough, I'm gonna fire your ass up. Like, he hit him a few good times, and he hit Tyson a few good times. But when he was trying to get out the way of Tyson, like, Tyson was kind of going in on that, I'm gonna get close and I'm gonna give you that famous bap, 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 and swing around up under you and all that stuff. He never quite did it, but it was almost like he was playing with him to show him, I could if I wanted to. And that made Jake start moving faster, and he was sliding and almost slipping on his feet, looking real sloppy in those moments. Any other time, when he had time to calculate his stuff, he looked like a genuine boxer that's been doing it for a long time. But your 11 fights compared to 50, man, come on, please. Don't even know. Do not get the ego. This is all orchestrated. This boy ain't gonna last. He might have a good run because they're gonna make money off him. And he's all about money. And they all about money. The system he's fighting in is all about money, and he all about money. So I really feel like, yeah, they're gonna work them, they're gonna milk the cow to death. They're gonna give him a bunch of other folks who are willing to play with him and let him get up in there and look like a superstar. And they'll even have a few of them fall. He gonna knock out some folk. Because he done already done that. Like, when I saw that one of the people he had knocked out to get there even in his 11 was UFC fighter Silva, I said, y'all can tell somebody else this bullshit. And when I saw the drop, I said, man, Silva something right now on a yacht talking about, man, it feels good to fall. It's like, come on, man. It's just not, I'm sorry. And it's like, and I don't see how you'll ever get to a point of honesty in boxing again, because it's kind of easy to do it now, it seems. Or at least, people are, as long as there's enough real moments here and there, and people betting on it get paid, they don't care, man. They don't care about seeing something that was real effort. They just know that, hey, man, I got paid. Did you get paid? Yeah, I made a good bet. You made a good bet? I made a real good bet. Oh, wow, you came off nice, didn't you? Yeah, man, me too. That's all people care about. They just want to know that they bet it well and got their money. They don't give a damn. So that's what I expect to happen with this situation. And it is what it is. It went how it went, and that's that. It's over. History was orchestrated, and here we are. We are where we at. We got what we got. I think if it had been the real bout everybody wanted to see, Tyson would have laid him. He would have rocked Tyson a few times. And even if Tyson had fell on his butt, he would have got up. And that little young dude would have been scared for his life, because if Tyson had kept charging him, like for real charging him, not, I'm gonna back off, I'm gonna let you get your points. No, I'm going to fire you up like I fire up my damn folks in my who've been training as long as I have or longer, and I got 50 wins, and these are my folk I train with. If he did what he did when he was in them training videos, Jake would have been done. He would have got hurt, and he would have been on his ass. And if he got up, he would have probably, instead of just the respectful bow of thank you so much for doing this and helping me get to the next level of this big joke we play on people to get this money. And he's like, yeah, all right, you know. But you can see even in that moment, Tyson's he's a real boxer. So he's like, I can't play a game. Even when I'm playing a game, I can't play a game. It's like, I'm still in character. I'm not breaking kayfabe. I'm still a real boxer who became like a professional wrestler, which he's done that too for fun. You know what I'm saying? He's acted, he's done all that. So he knows how to go in a character and stay in a character. I think that's what we got, y'all. I think that's what we got. That's just my honest opinion about it. It's no disrespect to the legend. He every bit of what he was when he went in the ring. He's still gonna be who that dude. That was part of the deal. You're not gonna disrespect me. You're not gonna beat me. I'll make you look good, and you're not gonna drop me. I'm not going down. If I go down, that's your ass. Like I say, if it had gotten real for a second, and there were some moments where, you know, Jake being the younger dude, real big guy, he hit Tyson with some serious hits. And you could tell Tyson was like, man, like almost like you were supposed to get how many of those? I think you just went over the quota. I will fire your ass up. Like, I truly think that. I really do. I really do, y'all. So there it is. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and we'll go from there. All right? All right.